Hey, what's up, guys? Joker. I'm talking about the big news that came out today. Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker Media Tour. A lot of people got hands on with it, and I took some time and looked at the videos and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna talk about how I feel, how I think about the changes and stuff like that. There's plenty of places you can go look at. I know I checked out Zephyla and Larry's videos. I think they were really insightful and really helpful. So go check those out. They go in depth because guess what, they were hands on with it. So and they actually have footage and stuff. I'm not gonna put any of that footage. Go check out their channels. But I'll give my thoughts about what I think, and I'll start with Paladin. Paladin. When I saw the first job changes trailer, I really liked what they were doing, and now that people had in-depth hands-on work with it, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted more healing for my Paladin. It was kind of a side thing, but especially as I kept playing Paladin, I was like, man, can I just heal myself? Because this healer is not healing me. He's healing that stupid DPS who's killing himself. Um, so I think that's cool that they put a lot of moves. Like Divine Veil is finally useful more than like I remember. Oh shit, I don't have anything to click. Let me just click Divine Veil, and it's like, oh, this now heals me. I think that's really cool. I think a lot of those um, a lot of those moves that you don't really click on, now they have like a reason. It's like, oh, it gives you a little heal. It's like, okay, that's cool. That little orb thing where it's like gives a 10% buff and defense. Usually I throw that on every once in a while, but I really wouldn't because it's like, okay, I don't really care about it that much. But it's nice that now they have a lot of healing buffs on a paladin to where it's like, oh, now I don't even need you, stupid healer. You can go heal that dumbass DPS, and I can take all the heals because I can heal myself now. I think that's good. I think the changes to Requisite were great. I kind of didn't mind the timer on Requisite, whatever it's called. I call it Requisite. So, like, I was always able to get that combo out, but I know some people probably wouldn't be able to. Now it's just a stack to 5, and you can get your 4 Holy Spirits, and then you can go into Confiteor, and then Confiteor can turn into a super mega damage mode where you just drop a ton of swords on people. I think that's really cool. It makes the magic, just extends that magic ability that paladins have, and you still deal a ton of damage. And I feel like I've said this before. Paladin, I feel like with paladin, I'm dealing a ton of damage, and that's a good thing. I feel like I'm a tank, healer, and DPS wrapped in one. That leans more with tank, and healer now, which is good. But tank, paladin is gonna be my main, so I was really happy that yes, paladin is the main focus of this. So of course they would make it good. Um, Glad it's good. Samurai, Samurai has been the number 2 for me throughout the entire game. With paladin. So I looked at Samurai's changes and it's like, cool. Now he does even more damage. Great. Um, Nothing much to say about it. But I still haven't made my decision of who I'm gonna be. Who I want the second run through to be with to max level. I've been thinking Samurai the entire time, but seeing the Red Mage changes, you know, basically just Ver Thunder, Ver Fire getting stronger, a better combo, and after Scorch to deal even more damage. Them fixing that balance move where it's like instead of doubling now, you get 50 on each. I think that's good. Your melee combo is now you're able to do that from the beginning because the costs on those have been lowered down. So I think the red mage changes were really strong. That makes it a lot easier to play it because like I would just really not even do the melee step of red mage. Every once in a while I'd be like, okay, well, might as well just do it because my gauges are at 100. Let me just do it. But now I feel like there's a better reason to actually do your melee combo on red mage, and I feel that's a good thing. And Dragoon, the other one, the other DPS, I'm also thinking about doing. I've still not gotten my Dragoon to 80 because I've been playing new games and stuff like that. But it's funny. Like I woke up and I was like, you know what? I want to play Final Fantasy, and it was like 7:40 in the morning, and I just run in there and play Final Fantasy for like for like a little bit, and then it's like I've kind of missed this, and it's kind of funny because I haven't played it in like a week or so. I still miss it, and that's a good thing. It's like I really want to play this game, and Dragoon, I'm thinking really hard about between Dragoon, Samurai, and Red Mage, who I want to be my second, class or whatever to run through. And changes they made to Dragoon, I think putting the Blood of the Dragon as a trait is I think that's a fine thing to do. I don't really see a big issue with it. Dang it, I'm not at 80 as a Dragoon yet, so I'm still not like all the way there. But Dragoon, but like with Dragoon, I just love playing it. You do your damage. You can run around. You can jump into combat, jump out pretty easily. Um, and that's what they were doing with the Red Mage. That back bump got is now a 2 charge. So I mean now you can with that thing in fights, like I hear that people fall off using that. I've never done that. It's like I feel like I'm pretty confident of getting out. Like with my melee, I would go, hit, and then boop out, and then just go into my magic. So I just feel like adding another charge shot is just kind of superfluous, kind of. But like since that they made that melee combo like more, you can use that more often. That's probably why they added that second charge. But that was kind of a tangent. Back to Dragoon. I feel like Dragoon, they just made it the same way as Samurai. It does more damage. They didn't add really any positionals. Um, I feel like that is just like where Dragoon needs to be. In terms of DPS hierarchy, I feel like those three are going to be the most popular DPSs. That and Reaper. That's also something I want to talk about, the new classes. Sage, I looked at videos for it. I have absolutely no interest in playing Sage, and I'm absolutely gonna cringe every single time I see a Sage in my party because they're never gonna fucking heal. They're gonna kill everyone in the party by not healing anyone. So that's probably why they balanced out Paladin so that a Paladin can heal himself and heal other people, because Sage is running off doing damage thinking, oh my god, this looks super sick, right guys? And then it's like, no, we're fucking dying. Can you fucking heal us? And then you'll get that one heal out that DPS. It's gonna be a mess with people who I feel like are not competent enough to play healer, but they're just playing healer. But that's an aside. Reaper looks badass. It looks like the perfect meshing of Dragoon and Samurai, where it's like it looks actually Dragoon and Dark Knight, where you're doing a ton of damage and you look like an edge lord. So it's like the perfect combination of that. And Reaper, Reaper is easily going to be the first new class I play. I have no interest, like I said, in playing Sage because I have no interest in playing a healer. And it looks in Sage. I will say this: Sage looks pretty complicated to play with all the barriers, all the different types of things. It's gonna be a little complicated to play that. That's what I'm also not like. Well, I'm kind of memeing about, but it's like, well, it's gonna be a pretty hard class to play. That's why it's gonna be you're gonna kind of cringe every single time you see a Sage. But the healers figure it out. So gonna leave it there. Hopefully they figure it out. Um, but yeah, going back to Reaper. I mean, perfect edgelord class with your little shadow that Dark Knight has. It's basically on steroids. This shadow. So I think it's gonna be fun. I think Endwalker is gonna be really cool. I heard also the trust system. They made the AI way better. So now, if you're not the tank, that was the thing. I never used the trust system because when I would play the squadron ones, when I was in tank, the tank would be really stupid. So seeing that, yeah, seeing well, not seeing, hearing that they made the tank and all the AI a little more smarter, so they can pull and do more complicated things, like well, not complicated things, well, complicated for the AI, like provoking and stuff like that, pulling in the right places. That's good. I mean, it'll make it a lot easier for you to jump into dungeons if you want to just use a trust system rather than waiting in queue. I don't think waiting in queue is going to be a big problem. Well, waiting for a dungeon queue is going to be a big problem on launch. Waiting in a queue to get in the game, that might be a problem. But waiting in a dungeon queue, I think it's going to be instant. Like, I think for the first week, it's going to be just instant for everyone. It doesn't, maybe DPS, you'll have to wait a minute, but come on, you wait a minute. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But I saw that and I was like, okay, that's cool. I never used trust, like I said, because I just didn't trust the AI. I waited like 10 minutes. And I was like, I'm not using the trust. I don't want to use it. Um, so yeah, I mean that's what I saw. There's obviously a lot of things. There's a lot of class change and stuff like that. Like I said, check out everyone who actually did the media tour. They go more in depth, especially in every class. I just talked about the classes I specifically like. Even though there's a ton I've already played, I chose like the ones I liked and gave my thoughts. So let me know you guys are pumped. Which class you guys are gonna main through an Endwalker? Leave down in the comments. I'd love to see that. Please like and subscribe, helps out the channel. And until then, I can't believe it. It's about a month and 7 days until early access to Endwalker. Can't wait. Till next time. See you later. Bye.